People, welcome back to Politricks Watch. This is Sir P. Now today I'm going to do a unique video. This video will be a female, a woman. She's not a grown woman, a married woman. But because they always let me talk about the facts of Jamaican children, so much things happen to them. And I talk about sometime in the home from people who them know related to. I remember the PIA reached out to me and shared her story. I'm gonna tell her, you know, I'm not equipped to deal with them type of things. But the story is relevant. I'm going to share her story. I don't know if people are going to relate to it. But this is really for build awareness. When you forget the conversation going. But let me just put this out here. I am not equipped to deal with this type of issue. Please do not contact me. Like when you hear this video, don't contact me and say, Sir P, alright, this is my story. No, I'm not equipped to take on this type of thing. It's already as draining as it is dealing with your typical 87 and anything there. And then type of crime there, then we take on more of this. Right? If you are a victim of anything I'm going to talk about in this video, please consult the security forces. If it's a child or something like that, you have Sisoka and the various groups, right, who specialize in anything there. Do not, if not now to pit me, do not come to me, right? I know what a YouTuber. Then if you get help right away. And if you're now grown and it used to happen to you, right, and it's still affecting you, please contact a therapist, right, or a counselor, or somebody who you know and respect, right, and you know you'll get some kind of good advice from. Just putting that out there. Do not contact me. I'm not equipped to deal with this type of issue. Things like crime and corruption and them type of issue there, we can talk about them there all day. And we can tell about clans and we can tell about stone crush and we can, but people who are looking for help based on trauma they've suffered in their childhood, I am not the person to deal with that. Please seek professional help. And in case I wonder why this scenic picture there for your screen is because Jamaica, as you know, is a beautiful country. This is one of the imagery enough people have of Jamaica. Unfortunately, beyond the surface, one of the ugly things that continue to plague the society is the abuse of children. Many times by people who are supposed to be looking out for them, family, friends. This video comes fresh on the heels of the story will take place in Portland with Felicia Prussia. But in a fair instance, man take her away and gone with her. But in that video I mentioned that enough time, I'm not take away and join a bush thing enough time I'm at the house, in the family home. Things are going. Here in my link me, start telling me a story and the first thing I ask her, where your father? You know people probably get, every minute you talk about father. Father is the first line of defense. Yes, simple Simon, I know there are fathers out there who have done bad things to them own a daughter, for example. Those people are the exception, they're not the rules. Generally speaking, fathers are the first line of defense. Having a positive father that's involved in our children's life can protect them more than any police commissioner. That's a fact. Because the police now go station in the yard 24/7 and watch over you and worry who that talk to you, who that come to the yard. Right? That's traditionally the role of a father. You know the work to this and I like hear that. But I could get into it. First thing I asked her was, what to your father? Hear the story.
Okay, so let me start now. So, alright, my father died when I was 5 years old. So anyway, my mother used to send me and my brother go spend time with like my grandmother on holidays. Like, them time they when me like around 6, 7, 8 them age there, and my father brother used to molest me. Anyway, I talk about it already, but it was something what I did scared for talk about when me young. Cause my mother grew me for fear her so much, but there's been things like my mother did ever beat my feet.
I could stop it right there So the father was no longer alive. The main protector was gone. So now you would think that in brother would have stepped in and assumed that position, and that happened enough time. That happened enough time. But there is no substitute for a positive involve the father. In these circumstances, the father never have the option to be involved because he's dead, but there's no substitute for your father. Understand that? Right? You can get the closest thing possible. You can have mentors, and your brother can take over and a uncle can take over, but a father is a father. Right? So our own uncle started to accept on her. I thought about little girl. Little girl. You hear she mentioned, she never said nothing because what? I think her mother like go beat her further on the video. Yeah, but here, her mother used to beat her enough for any little thing. But let me just say this, I understand. Right. People grew up on the concept. Right. I spare the rather and spoil the child. But people need to understand, say, you can be stern, you can discipline Pitney. Right. You can make sure there are clear boundaries in place, and you can. I don't want nobody feel like, right, this is parenting class 101 and me not telling nobody how to treat them Pitney and whatever. But let me explain something to you. Enough of the thing them want to try use board and belt and big stone to solve are some things we could have solved with a conversation. Sometimes, if people just ask Pitney, why you going so? With a friend for you. Sometimes before they run for the plyboard, they need to talk to the Pitney first. Because she never tell her mother. Because her mother have a style of anything, just beat. Right? What you mean? All the time, beat. So now, Pitney in trouble, and remember, we're not talking about adults who have no developed reasoning skill. We're talking about Pitney. Pitney will come to them own fast conclusions. But I don't do this because that's going to happen. So I don't want to simple side my comments and why she should have known so we're talking about a child here. Enough time when the Pitney just start going certain way out of nowhere. Pitney normal, and then suddenly Pitney just start lash out, start get beer trouble, started this, started that, yeah. Sometime before they run go for the plyboard, ask Pitney, what to you? You never used to stay, so what happened? What changed? Right. Something bad in you? Right. Sometimes the conversation is far more effective, right, than the need for use excessive brute force. Try it out sometime. You'll be surprised to get the answer, and that applies to boys and girls. I don't know the exact psychology behind it, but some people respond differently. Some people tell us say them get on beaten for them granny are the best thing ever happened to them, then go and go become great people. Many people say that, and then people tell us say something that go happen to them and then get beaten, and then go the opposite direction, then get 10 times worse than they were before the beating. I don't know the psychology behind it. I could listen to the rest.
So me used to always hide it and never talk about it. So when I hold and I feel the courage to talk about it, me tell me auntie, which is him sister, and him sister ask him about it, and him say at first it's lie. But now this morning, cause me actually tell me. So now me feel the courage to talk to my mother about it and talk to her and tell her, say, if when me younger and like she used to beat me and thing, like if she ever feel like she wrong about it and she did for take the time out just to find out like what did I go through my head or whatever what was going on with me. And she said to me, say, oh okay, me sorry, yes, me feel like me abuse you, me shouldn't beat you so much, like me should have talked to you more and stuff. So me say yes, because things affect me from me young, and it still affect me now. And I tell her about it. So she called him this morning and she get upset with him. At first him denied, and then him reach out to my auntie, which is his sister, and his sister reach out to my sister, and my sister tell her say she don't condone in that, and if him really do something like that, him.
As you can tell, part of the conversations are cut out, and so the things might not flow smoothly one into the other. Right? Everybody are big people, let's use common sense here. I don't know why certain things probably can't go in there. Alright, let's hear the rest.
So now me feel the courage to talk And then my sister tell her say she don't condone in that. And if him really do something like that, he need to admit. Yes, him did admit it to me auntie this man, and she called me and tell me say yes, him did it, and him sorry, and him willing to apologize.
How great. Wow, an apology. I mean, years after when the victim actually finally start, get the courage to get and talk now and finally call it out. Oh, well, I'm willing to apologize. In other words, I'm sorry me get catch. I'm sorry she finally exposed me. Anyway, make you the rest.
Now this lady, I go take the whole situation and flip it. Then she ever said to me, say, oh, you know what? I don't blame my brother. I blame your mother. Your mother was an unfit mother.
I don't blame my brother. I don't blame my brother, even though he was the one who actually did the abusing. Your mother was an unfit mother. I don't blame my brother. No, not for the conversation get cut out, but I go feel in certain part, I go tell them what I want. The sister, right? You know if it finally dawned upon her, say, hold on, my brother, I go get exposed as a child abuser. She didn't go into the mood where no females go into. I have to say it. Come on, you sure? It can't be that bad. But I don't really blame him. Right? Oh, say, right? You know what, actually, it's your mother's fault. All of these demons, and this is just one individuals, get to find out that him actually abuse other girls in the families. Mine shot the same sister know all along. Right? Because you see, if that gets you off guard, if you don't big somebody and then out of nowhere you see your brother, did I feel your niece then? He'd probably lick you down for you, he'd probably sit down for about 1 or 3 days to digest that. The way how she immediately went into defensive mode and so what are your mother for? Me no blame her. But she probably know a long time. Regular story. You cannot rely on an auntie to protect children. You cannot rely upon a cousin or niece or uncle. A child's first protectors are the mother and the father, especially the father. Enough of the abuse that one in Jamaica has been done by family members. Enough of the little girls them who get them innocence take from them, family members. Enough of the little boys them who get turned out, family members. I say I understand what I'm with Davy and Brian, but I understand that is not the traditional. I don't know if Sissoko them or child protection them can put out some stats or something, but the abuse, no fight. I'm willing to go as far as to say most of it come from in the home. Somebody where them know, somebody where related to them, neighbor, friend and them sitting there. Anyway, listen up again.
Him used to like threaten me and tell me say, oh, if me tell nobody, them not gonna believe me and he will kill me and them like something that somebody did afraid. And as me tell you, me did even scared of my mother cause me think my mother was gonna like beat me. Cause my mother used to beat me for every little thing. Every little thing my mother used to beat me for. So me used to scared that even my mother, me afraid for tell my mother, but honestly, like now to the day, like me sorry, me never tell my mother from me young, cause honestly, if me did tell my mother would have killed him herself. Me not ask Christ.
There's a thin line between fear and respect. Enough people mix up fear and respect. Enough people try to get pitney to fear them. You see, respect is when people know them boundaries, know them place, know them to do this, don't try this. If something them can come to you and say, Daddy, this something, Mommy, this something. You see, fear. Fear make Pitney want help and not ask feet. Are two complete different things. Fear and respect. Don't mix them up. So they never live with this uncle, right? Our mother used to send them on holiday. I go stay with their grandparents and the uncle did it. Right? Now, sometime when you see Pitney, I hesitate to go some places. Before I force them to go there, I need to ask them why. Them says again, sometimes when Pitney a fight, not to go something, yeah, send them go to yard, and them a fight for no go. and if I ask some questions sometimes.
She only send me on holidays. I meant to like every time I go on holidays, this man molest me. Like every time. Cause like no, me not ashamed of it no more. You understand? Like me not ashamed of it no more. I can talk about it now. Me have the courage to talk about it now.
Now this part of the video is very graphic. I'm actually contemplate whether to post or not because I know you work stay and me actually just get like another flag for even the video Felicia pressure video. Them flag me for that. So I know them are gonna flag me for this. But we need to play that part here because we need to hear the vivid details and be as big people want to imagine what a little girl will go through in this scenario. So whatever you walk do, I feel in business, right? But you're gonna put this out there. So just brace yourself, this is extremely graphic. Right? Oh, and by the way, you probably want to download this video because I don't know them might the best case scenario then just flag it and send a warning or they might delete it, I don't know, but listen up.
Him used to listen, like, let me tell you what happened to Sam. When my mother used to send me go stay with my grandmother for the holiday, me and my brother, him used to wait until when me and my brother are sleeping in the bed. Him used to feel for me in the bed, and then him used to push him finger inside of me. That will wake me up at night time. That always wake me up. And me used to cry just as somebody to come to my rescue. But when them come, when my grandmother and my grandfather come to my rescue, me never ever tell them what happened. Me used to tell them, say, oh, my teeth hurt me. And my grandfather used to get up and make dressing for my teeth, and not knowing, say, it's not my teeth that hurt me, is my uncle molest me.
Now I already know some big dummy. I would say, why she never say nothing? She shoulda. If big woman, if them things that happen to big woman and them not say nothing, I don't know what to think. I look a girl, right? I look a 5-6 year old girl. What I go do, right? In these instances, no pitney, right? Especially considering the man threaten her, and again, right? Your big old tough, dirty uncle, I tell you, say, hey, don't say nothing in her, this will happen to you. What do you think she's going to do? Be strong, be brave. Right? Mr. and Miss Dumbo the elephant, we're talking about a child. Right? Sure, some of them probably can do it, but many can't. Anyway, listen up.
At one time, I remember him even tried to push insert in penis into me, and it never did go in because I was so young. Them time that me I tell you about me not even have breasts, and me not even have ear for my little vagina. Them time that me young, I was 6 years old. Remind you, I was 6 years old.
I have the utmost respect for people who work, right, branches like Sissoka and them groups who deal with children and abuse children. I don't know how them deal with this on a daily basis. As I was hearing the stories, and I've heard many over the years, even in real life, people me know tell me certain things wrong to them, right? And I'm telling you, it's very taxing mentally if you hear certain things actually happen to somebody, and then this feeling of helplessness come over you because what can you do? What can you say? There's no words where you can say to comfort them, right? And there's nothing you could do to help them because obviously it happened in the past. Right? So people who deal with this on a daily basis, right, who work in these branches where they deal with children, will get, trust me, want to build different. Hats off completely.
Yeah, so me say like these are things that used to affect me growing up, even in a school. Like me couldn't stay in a no school. Every minute me used to fight and get kicked out of school, and my mother used to beat me. This better than my mother used to beat me, but so me ask my mother now, say if she ever take the time out to ask me like what used to happen in my head or what me did go through make me used to fight so and I get kicked out of school, because these were the things that was affecting me. I mean, it's just aggressive.
The experts will tell you one of the main reasons why children suddenly, right, who were once normal, just start get troublesome and start get behavior problem and war and abuse at home. Right. You see the home, we could talk about it now. You see the home and family is the backbone of everything. When you talk about the conveyor belt, me always talk about the home. It starts with the home. People talk about society, this, and society fail. These homes fail these children. Family fail these children. These children are being failed by the people who bring them into the world, people related to them. And then them take out them problems upon society. Let me say that again. Children get failed by their families. their homes, and then them take out them problems, right, on society. Then them lash out pan society. Then your woke activists come tell you say, well, society feel false. Right. Go check, go read up on all of your favorite serial killers them. Go read up on Ted Bundy and the Charles Manson. Go read the history of Charles Manson and female. Go read all of them stories about. You will see them have some resentment, some bitterness towards their mother, their father, their uncle, or some family do them something, and then they take it out on society and start taking and cut up and slice up people left, right, and center. Right. The home, the family is the backbone to everything. Enough time when you see people go and something in school, before you say, boy, it's just terrible. Boy, she come like a demon. Sometimes we need to find out what go on in them homes there. Yeah. Many of the guidance counselors in these schools can tell them the story, but we're not ready for that. Enough people just want to believe, say, this all across the world, we know a picnic get trouble all across the world, but Jamaican picnic just bad just so. Jamaican picnic just drink some water and then just better than everybody else picnic, and then just get beer trouble just so, then just higgle so, then just. Cause Jamaican homes are some of the most dysfunctional homes in the world, nobody don't want to talk about it. Produce monsters. Are the people them with high EQ, right, can have certain things happen to them, right, and them can deal with them emotions and channel into positive thoughts and say, right, well, me not going to do this because that happened to me. Or the people them who can't deal with them emotions certain way, only better brace themselves for them. Right. Anyway, listen up.
After like me reach like about 11, 12, 13 growing up, like me start get aggressive. Everything me want to fight and stab up people pick me for. Because like me, I have a mental trauma and nobody know cause me keep it inside of me. Me never tell nobody about it.
It's enough of these school bullies. If the right people sit down with them and get certain things out of them, water run out of them, yeah, I've seen it. In real life, people have come to me and say, therapy the youth, you might go on certain things and when you talk to him. Because that's somebody I talk to him and that's somebody not talk to him when you talk to him. Every time, I reason some of them youth. Say, oh yeah, move so. I know you're from your little youth. And I say, no, man, I want to go on. Enough of them break down and cry. Because I say, I'm not equipped to deal with it. Counseling, therapy. Jamaica need national therapy, I'm being honest. Like an island where it's like how we have a national run for the vaccine. When they done that, we've got to do a national run for therapy. I promise you. Mental health of Jamaicans, especially the youth them. Couple of things say, what kind of picnic you have mental health? You picnic not a problem. Picnic, you go like picnic pay bills. Picnic have a problem. Picnic on the money. Because in Jamaica, it's all about money. People believe say, if you now deal with JPS, then you can't have no problem. If you're not quote unquote broke, you don't have no problem. Yes, children can have mental issues too. Yeah. But telling you already, say Horace Chang and General Anthony Anderson, for them job is to deal with the man them already. I bust the gun and carry out the robberies and the shootings. Jamaica's job, society's job, is to prevent the next set of youths them from going on the conveyor belt. This is a national effort, but nobody not ready for that still. Go and wait for one big superhuman police officer for just kill off everybody. Right, I make Jamaica a peaceful place. Go and wait. Right. I played this video because it's not a real story, but we know about it enough. In the Felisa Prussia video, I said if Jamaicans get even an idea of just how much people they get molested in Jamaica over the years, country turn upside down. And don't believe that just the girls them, you know. When you hear what the girls say? Well, sorry, you hear what the woman say when she was a girl? She favorite talk about it. That would be even worse for the boys. Do you know why? Because a little girl, right, whether she be 6 or she could even be, let's say, 10, 12, she could even be 15, 16. I look at girls saying, you know, say, you know, that man there hold me down. Society will get charged up. Even though enough people support the foolishness and that, but there's enough people in Jamaica still, as bad as it may be, there's enough people in Jamaica who would run go do man things. Once they made that. Look at boys on the other hand, who go tell people, you know, say, that somebody do this, or that man they do this to me. Ridicule might reach them. For some reason it is, I don't want to use the word funny, but for some reason people look on it differently. When a boy say, you know, say, that man they do this to me, touch up me, people look on it completely differently. It almost trigger it's like a mocking thing. It's a shaming tactic now. Girls feel shamed, you know, but not for the time it's an internal shame. But the boys them feel them shame and come from people running and mock them. How much you think can go tell man pan corner say, man hold them down and do things to them. They will never leave it down. It's enough of these youths. Right? Where you see turn, you know, sprats. Let me tell you, say, somebody turn them out. Somebody turn them out, introduce them to that lifestyle when them young, and them grow up, them just, right, that them know and that them gone into. The story, not even 10%. I talk about the Jamaican children getting abused, not even 10%. Not even gonna pretend like, right, we can get, right, to even the deepest depths of this. As a nation, as a culture, as a society, we need to do more to protect these children. It starts from the family, it starts with the home, yes. Because after all, society, we can't paste a bodyguard or a camera in every home to make sure the picnic are right. Obviously that's ridiculous. But if we can get some of these homes, some of these families, if we get out certain foolishness, cut it out from the root, then society would at least have an easier job. I'm not saying society because our society, when people talk about society not do enough, when they say society not do enough for people like Jasmine Dean, what me I talk about is the fact that society allow the culture, the gang culture, the killing culture, the murder culture, the take a woman culture, allow it to get so rampant to the point where man feels that they can just do as them please and take over them please. That's what me I talk about. But we have to understand something. Everything go back to the home and the family. These people are being failed by their loved ones, and then they lash out upon society. Anyway, I want to give a public service announcement. I'm going to be taking at least a day off, maybe 2 this week. So you might not see a video Tuesday, or I'm not sure, but I'm at least going to take a day off. So, you listen to the video drop, nobody message me about, oh, come and listen to the video. It might be the last time you find yourself having access to my inbox. Anyway, patience, girl, be up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Vulture Squad, stay circling. Bless.